adventure. And Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm here with
Lockhorns. My name's Alex. I am Reese.
Nice. Here at Bloodstock. How does that feel?
Fucking great, man. It's great to be back. We were here back in 2019.
Wow, it's been a while.
Yeah. And then the world ended for a while.
Yeah.
And we're very thankful.
You guys got a new album that's going to be dropping, and what I really like about the new album is that you have added an element of experimental. And I'm all about that because, I'll tell you a funny story, I was a kid playing guitar, and my dad's like, you should give that up, you suck. I'm like, I'm just experimenting with it. I want to hear what sounds I can make out. I want to create something that hasn't been done before. And that's the way I look at it with your new album.
That's it, what we're doing, man. You know, we're trying to experiment. We're trying to see what emotional tones we can get out of the instruments, and the same with the vocals. The more tripped out, the more experimental it is, the more I feel like I can express myself and feel like I'm more in touch with my own sound.
And you know, basically, if you're an artist, you don't want to play the same as you did as a garage band. You want to constantly evolve and perfect your craft. And like Ollie said in an interview one time when they asked why Bring Me to Rise, it keeps changing things up. He goes, why do I want to write the same song over and over again?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Like, we're all about writing the music that we want to listen to. Like, we're massive Meshuggah fans in the band, everyone is. So you can probably hear that influence coming in a lot. But at the same time, our influences do change, like almost weekly at this point. Like, Big Kublai is a big one for us at the minute. Like, that's very different to Meshuggah.
Yeah.
So it's all just about what we're feeling at the time, what sort of riffs are coming to mind. But yeah, we just write what we like.
See, I love that because that makes you a true musician.
Yeah.
Because I find there's a lot of metal bands nowadays that they follow like a formula.
Yeah.
Metal's not a formula type of music.
No. Yeah.
So to me that says, no offense to them, but if you're following a formula, do you really know your craft, or are you just going through, okay, if I do this, this, and this?
Yeah, I felt like more like in the 80s and the 90s, metal had more of sort of a punk rock essence to it, you know? There wasn't this sort of strict, like, makes everything sound really, you know, like this. And it was wilder and it was free and stuff, you know? And that's, I think a lot of our influences come from that, just making things as alive as possible.
Since you mentioned the 80s, that's my battle vest from 1981.
Oh, very nice. So I can smell it from here, man.
And you'll see exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We have GBH and Metallica. I have all kinds of punk and metal all over here.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
because that's the way it was.
We're trying to bring it back,
right?
Yeah.
And I think that's cool because, you know, it's funny you brought that up because I've said before, like, you go back to the 80s, there wasn't so many genres of metal.
Yeah.
There weren't so many bands. And they all sounded different. Even, I was a big-time thrash metalhead. The big four of thrash don't sound anything alike.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
But nowadays you have bands like, let's say they're in metalcore. Metalcore has to sound like this. Deathcore has to sound like this. And you just go through each one of these little micro subgenres, and it's like you're put in this box. Artists should never be in a box.
Yeah. We don't really put it in a box, but we'll try to keep it proggy and highly emotional stuff too, you know. But I'm down to get weird with it and get artsy with it, you know.
Right, exactly.
We write what we want, and then whatever people want to label it as, that's fine. Like, we don't label it as anything, bar
I love that.
So,
because I hate labels. Because again, you're an artist. What if you want to play, like you were mentioning before?
Yeah.
What if you're in this vibe and you want to write this? You want to play this?
Yeah.
That to me is a true musician and a true artist.
Exactly. Like is it? Like, funny you say that. Like, a couple weeks ago, we started working on a new song, and it's basically animals as leaders. It's like completely different to what the latest album would have been like. So it's really just where our tastes are lying at the time, you know.
Yeah.
It's like what we're listening to. So.
Absolutely. So, what was that one moment that you knew this is what you need to do? Like that one moment when you were younger that you decided, music is my life.
I grew up around it, to be honest. Like, my mum teaches piano. My dad used to be a guitar teacher. He was in bands and all growing up. My brother does music too, so it was just always there. It was almost like not like you had to do it, but it was.
I was
like,
going to say, like you had no choice.
Yeah, exactly. But it took over everything. Took over my life. So it's all I think about really is being a musician.
I love it.
You know.
Yeah, pretty much same here. I grew up listening to my parents' records. They always had a good sound system in the house. My mother was an art teacher too, so there was already a sort of an artsy kind of element to it. I think the moment it really clicked was when I first heard Korn for the first time on MTV. You know, I hadn't heard anything that heavy before, and I hadn't heard anything so new sounding as well, you know, and it was just fresh, just took off, you know. From there I got into like loads of Slipknot, and then from then it grew from metal, and we went into other genres and started getting an appreciation for hip hop, and then it's everything really, you know.
See, and that's cool too, because back in the early 80s, mid 80s, we weren't allowed to do that. It's like if you were a long hair, which I wasn't allowed to go to punk shows.
Right.
You'd get your ass beat.
Right.
And vice versa. And it was stupid.
Yeah.
Like, why should you only like one type of music? I don't get that. If you like music, music is music.
I think I was a bit like that when I first heard metal, though. I was like, for like the next 5 years, I didn't listen to anything else. I was like, everything else is crap, you know. Metal is where it's at.
I think everyone has that phase. It's something like I definitely had that phase at one stage, like, but
I think we all did.
Yeah, exactly. But now I just want to find more new stuff I've never heard before. Like there's so many bands coming out these days that do not sound like anyone from the past. Like,
right.
I couldn't link them to anyone from the past. Like, I don't think anyone sounds like Knock Loose in like modern
That's
day.
true.
Like, it's like very unique.
Nobody even has his voice.
Yeah, definitely not.
Like
Brian Spencer.
I've never, in all these years, heard a band that had his voice.
Yeah, because he's that voice, and then you've the guitarist that's like has his type of voice as well, and like that combination like is what makes them Knock Loose. And it's similar to us as well. Like certain things we do makes us who we are. So, yeah.
Like even you got the bands like I Prevail and stuff that have the dirty vocals, clean vocals. In the 80s, that didn't exist.
Yeah.
And we might have thought it was weird,
Yeah.
you know, to have any clean vocals.
Ags is new.
But I love it. Or like you have bands like Ginger, where she's got this brutal voice, but then this very melodic, feminine voice.
Yeah.
And I love that too.
Yeah.
That wouldn't
they're
have
the only
flown.
band I could potentially link us to. And the only band I've heard that sounds somewhat like Lockhorns is Ginger.
Nice.
You know, I adore Ginger, like, so good.
Oh yeah, they're fucking
Same.
amazing.
Yeah.
Right?
Try to get a show with them next year, so fingers crossed.
Let's put that out there, right? And we're going to put that out there
Ginger,
right
book us.
now. So how do people reach out to you on socials, on the web, check out all your stuff, buy your merch? Because they can't listen to my show unless they buy your merch, by the way.
Like Facebook, Instagram, all the standard socials everyone's used to, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. We're everywhere, like, so type in Lockhorns, you'll find us.
Nice. Is there anything you want to tell the listeners that we haven't covered already that they need to know that's coming up?
Just be expectant. That's all I'll say.
I like that.
Keep your eyes and ears peeled.
I love it. And man, welcome back to Bloodstock along 6 years later.
It's good to be home.
Yeah, there you go.
A few more gray hairs like over here.
I know, right? And thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
Michelle Kerr was my press officer for my entire fucking career here in the UK. My entire career with Machine Head. She recently passed away, and it was a very, very sad day. And I can tell you the reason that I'm going to tell this story is because she was family. She was Bloodstock family. She was heavy metal UK family. Most of the bands that you know and love, you probably heard of because of that woman right there. Slipknot, Slayer, Machine Head, Trivium, Killswitch Engage, Hatebreed, you name it. She helped lift everybody up, man. She helped lift everybody up. And in so many ways, she helped make this entire music scene, this incredible, beautiful community that lives here at Bloodstock, man. She helped make it. So ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Michelle Kerr.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.